Today we're going to be watching some of the sweatiest games from Dark in recent memory as he wins a kickoff, sends it into the crossbar, and it was definitely out, but courtesy of his opponents, he will get a nice early goal. Lindhart going to tap it in for him. He's playing alongside Ziad with Trebla. And the two replays that we're going to be watching today, like I said, are maybe some of the sweatiest games we've seen, and ones that are, of course, very exciting from Dark, which just about every replay is, as he goes for another double reset and is not able to score, gets the ball taken away from him. His teammate also sends it too high. Now Dark's seen the pre-jump from Trebla, goes slow on the double reset and actually gets it out past both players, but Lindhart made it back in time, and the follow-up from Ziad, not enough to get a goal. A little zap dash as Dark puts a fake challenge on. Not something you see necessarily too often. Dark likes to go maximum speed, which does not play into the hands of fakes necessarily, but I think it's something he's been throwing into his game a bit more as he has risen higher and higher in the top 100 or in the ranked leaderboards. I don't know if he's actually top 100 in twos, but he's definitely getting in lobbies with other players who are at that level as he's now bumped off the back wall and really wants a free opportunity off the bounce, you could tell, but is not being given it. The orange team doing a good job of just diving on the ball over and over again. Now Lindhart going to send one off the back wall. Dark actually misses there. It's going to be Ziad who has to go underneath, but you could argue Dark covering the high shot. Ziad had everything covered low as Ziad kind of loses the ball. Going to force a full retreat from Dark, who zap dashes a perfect chip on the side wall to set this up. Goes to the ceiling, uses the flip, and gets a second goal. Dark is just so good at finding that position on the side wall to set up these plays. I noticed it first when he was playing in the Pogo only 1v1s. I can't remember if it was the 100 boost one or even the infinite boost one, but his ability to set up these kind of plays off the side wall is something that I don't see a lot of players doing. Just having, perfect precision as far as sidewall setups. But Dark unable to connect on that one, and then his teammate not able to connect either. So it's actually going to be a 2-1 game as they hold a 1-goal lead with 3 minutes. Dark pushing through maybe an attempted Spanish kickoff, although I didn't hear a demo, which means they did not get his teammate. And Dark, a rare miss mechanically. It seemed like he was trying to go to the ceiling and get a reset. Wasn't able to do it. Ziad is just going to float in the air as a pre-jump on Trebla. And got Trebla to get rid of the ball. Dark doesn't even need to jump to make his save, even though it looks a little bit awkward. Ziad did his job. Look at the chain dashing. He's so quick. It doesn't matter. It's just going to be a long shot, but I think he was specifically looking for a demo. But every time he gets anywhere near a wall, just bursts up to maximum speed. Now back to up to a double cheat, or a cheat from both teams on the kickoff. Dark chains a couple dashes together, gets a 50 going, and doesn't really have enough boost left over to make a play. His teammate just got demoed behind him, so he will just tap the ball over to Orange's possession and back off for a second chance. Trebla's doing a good job. Double reset from Trebla. Hey, time to give Trebla their flowers, as that's been a couple of nice plays. Previously, the pre-jump actually stopped the dribble, this time because everybody was either getting demoed or rotating back on zero. Defense was slightly at a disadvantage, and Trebla able to make it count. Now Dark defending alone. Ziad doing a good job trying to take away the passing option there as Dark passes this one to the back wall to himself. And of course, pre-flipping into a reset. Got another one as well, or maybe not because he didn't use it to dash. He definitely would have if he had gotten it, but he was attempting it as he will zap dash his way to the opposite side of the field. Now needs to dodge a demo. I think he was a bit uninvolved in the play, but doesn't matter. Finds his way to make the save anyways, and now this is a Dark dream. Going up the sidewall with nobody contesting from the start, off the ceiling again. The double reset. Dark seems to think you have to get at least 2 resets before you're allowed to score, which, hey, more fun for us to watch. Lindhart out of boost, going for the ground pinch. Trebla trying to chase down Dark again. Dark able to evade it, and he's actually going to start this one off the ceiling. Flipping into the ball to get around Trebla. A little wall dash to set up another one. This is such a great play from Dark. It's really hard to slow down the momentum of yourself and the ball when it's headed down, but he gets the perfect flips underneath it to completely cancel it. Now another wall to air dribble. Lindhart trying to jump early. Dark setting up off the backboard. Follow-up from Ziad, not there. So 46 seconds, and it's actually going to be a counterattack. Bit of an all-in play from Dark's team, I would say. It's not really against Dark for trying to get a double outplay, but Ziad maybe needs to recognize that it's not worth trying to follow up unless it's a guaranteed goal. Dark will reset and going to be denied his opportunity to go up the side wall as the early challenge takes it away. Now Dark, you can see he's looking at that left side wall. He sees an open wall. He wants to try and get to it, but it's not always going to be available. Wow, chain dash, or not chain dash, but a wall dash up to get into that ceiling challenge quickly. Takes that one away. And, I mean, this has always been my gripe with Dark, and it will continue to be my gripe until it ever changes, which is just way too much ball cam off when he is zap dashing his way back in recoveries. Maybe he just feels like he's got game sense without even looking at the ball. Personally, I feel like he's maybe missing some information, but he seems to be locked in on dashing. It's going to be overtime in this game, as Ziad will be the first to launch one on target, but it is one shortly after kickoff, and Orange definitely there to make a play. Trebla has shown that they can pop off in the air, but this time they just gave the ball for free to Dark. Dark maybe could have placed that a little bit better and ended the game, but did put it directly on the defense. And now Dark trying to speed Trebla. You know he's going for this read. Does get a touch, but not one on target. And has to be careful because when he's created opportunities for Ziad, Ziad has really gone for them when maybe they shouldn't. I don't know if you guys have ever felt that way in the twos game, where you feel like you can't pass or you can't put up any sort of pass because if it happens to be bad, doesn't matter. Your teammate's going for it every time. Maybe a little bit of that here in this game as Dark. And everything he's doing in the air seems so tough to do. Pre-flipping through the ball to get that soft touch to the ceiling, back down to his control. Of course, nothing came of it this time around, as Ziad is actually kindly jumping over the boost to allow Dark to get the 100. Now Dark has no air underneath the ball, so he's just gonna hover outside the play and wait until the ball is given back to him. Little pass in field. Ziad not scoring on their own, but a bump on Trebla might create an opportunity. Dark out of the corner, denied by Linhart. So the sweaty game continues as we're a minute and 30 into overtime. And now Dark chaining a couple dashes together. Everybody's really passive on the orange team. Trebla was not attacking the ball. Flick over one. Ziad got to give the ball to Dark in the corner. We know how threatening he can be. Another kind of passive pre-jump from Trebla. Big win by Dark, but Linhart able to deny Ziad the opportunity. Now got Linhart to miss. Just Trebla on the goal line, and a little hesitation, and then placing it out ahead of Trebla, getting Trebla to stop and freeze in their tracks. Dark eventually does get the goal. So a sweaty first game, a minute and 54 into overtime, but we have another one just as sweaty coming from Dark. He got a 1,575 score in this one. Well, let's go to game two. Second sweaty replay of Dark playing in 2v2 ranked. Now, for some reason, it says his teammate is Yuri, and that Yuri, the bot, is now a Season 14 Supersonic Legend. This is a bug that my game has been doing recently. I don't know if anyone else has been having any issues, but sometimes even in private matches, player names showing up as bot names for some reason. But that is not actually who's playing. It's Dark has to backflip off of this setup in front of the net in order to make sure he gets the save. Now leaning back for a reset, has a pre-jump, gets another, but cannot stop Sea-Doo from being able to take the ball clean, and it's going to be a nice air dribble. Good air rolling by Sea-Doo, and Sea-Doo's actually going to pogo as well. They're trying to show Dark how it's done, but great aerial control to get that outplay. Actually going to beat Dark to the midfield boost, as Dark way too greedy here in this moment and really wants his 100 boost. He's going to make sure he gets it, and now actually has a free open play. The first touch too strong. The follow-up, though, will be in. Popped it over the top. I would say too strong to kind of follow it up like he normally does, but maybe that's the intention there. Get the first defender to miss and then score on the follow-up. I don't know what's going on with the camera bug right now. I'm sure you guys are noticing. We're kind of zooming in and out on Dark's car. Sometimes the replays do not show the camera settings perfectly, but usually it's just at the beginning and then it gets fixed, but it seems to be going back and forth as Dark gets stopped on his air dribble. Tries to get a purple shot, I believe is what people call it, because in Sideswipe, when you get that reset shot on the ball, it is a purple shot. Chain dashes in the corner. The idea was great. The execution was off, as Dark not able to actually get to the ball and clear it with the consecutive dashes. Dark, when he sees one side of the field available, you know he's taking it to that side wall. Gonna pass to himself off the ceiling. Able to lean back for the reset. The dunk is in. Oh my goodness, Dark. An actually insane second goal. I think it got a little bit own goal there, but I do believe it was falling in. It was more just a panic attempted save that the orange team eventually own goaled in. And now this, is not maybe as free as I thought it was. As Ipa able to get back involved in the play. Dark zap dashing, but certainly not going to be able to take this ball away, and recognizes that. So turns around and backs off. A little chain dash to get the demo. I'm not sure he gets that demo. If he doesn't go for it, Yuri not going to go upfield. I'm going to call him Yuri. I forget from the replay who it actually was. We'll just have to be calling him Yuri for the sake of simpleness. Dark demoed. I guess simplicity is probably a better word, right? Yuri. A demo that forces Sea-Doo to be all alone, which means Dark knows they can make that save and easily have a chance the other way. And that's exactly what Dark does. Pass to himself basically off the back wall. Sea-Doo tried to get back involved in the play after stealing that corner boost, but couldn't quite do so. And Dark, in those 1v1 situations in the air, has a knack of coming down with it. So a 3-2 lead for Dark and the blue team. Yuri not doing the best job of finding Dark in a pass. You can see Dark turning upfield, recognizing his teammate was going to have a big clear, maybe offering up a position saying, hey, feel free to pass it to me. And Yuri did not, and then Yuri getting omega dunked. Dark having a little bit too much faith in his teammate there, as he is not around to stop a dunk directly on target. Yuri big wins. Sea-Doo not doing the best to make the save, but got back up to stop Dark from getting the close angle shot. Again, Dark often wants to wait it out. He wants a clean possession. He's trying to do it again here on the back wall. Ipa going to take it away. Now up to the top of the arena, where he'll get multiple resets and actually doing a good job of holding on to the ball. Didn't quite work out. He eventually tried to just pull it back and give it as a back pass to his teammate. Ipa was around to break that up. Sea-Doo touch off the back wall would be a really dangerous pass if it was something that Dark knew was coming, but he of course didn't. So just slightly out of position to handle that, but a decent pass here from Yuri to Dark. Dark putting it off the backboard. No boost available for him. Tries the power side of the midfield. Knows he didn't get it. Leaves the ball for Yuri. Now having to turn back midfield. Assessing the play. Trying to decide if it was worth cheating up and playing a bit of offense, or was it something that the orange team was going to be able to quickly take control of. Dark has Yuri upfield. Actually is going to try and pass. Little pass back gets intercepted. Wasn't sure if we were going to see Dark passing in this one with the way the game has gone so far, especially because Yuri was actually very clearly low on boost, so not a ton they could do with it. As Dark and Yuri in a bit of trouble right now. Dark, what a save, in and out to make it. They are still very low on boost. Dark finally able to get 100. Yuri's fake actually works out well. Allows Dark to get back on the ball, who was trying to chip it up and play it to himself, which he was not able to do. And another missed dash, but it's all okay because it's overtime now in yet another sweaty game. Dark backing off of this kickoff that went straight to the side wall. Now Sea-Doo bumped out of the play. Dark gonna get over the top of Sea-Doo. Does, going to the ceiling and sends it right back down. Maybe on target in that bottom right corner, but handled by Ipa. Now a demo means one-on-one. Dark knows better than to dive, because it'll be one on nobody if he is beat by Ipa with Yuri also afield. Dark using that little dash to pop the ball. I'm sure he wants that sidewall dribble, but also his opponents have recognized he wants that as well, so instead popping it to make them miss as they look to early challenge. Dark putting a good amount of faith in Yuri to make the right play here as he just backs off to grab 100. Now has another one of his free opportunities. Lean back reset, used it to flip on the top of Ipa, but Stu able to deny it. Yuri, no touch. Fortunately, this one not on target. Dark is able to make it back. A little misplay from Ipa. Dark getting ahead of himself as he tries to take advantage of it. Now swinging back through his back corner, Yuri. Nice defensive touch to ease Dark's life a little bit. Would have been a bit of a scary situation if he hadn't gotten that. Now Dark on the shadow. Didn't seem to be too worried. I thought maybe Sidu would come and bump him out. Oh, what a save. Off of the side wall from inside the net. It can be hard to make. Now Dark trying to go back the other way to convert instantly for a goal, but it does get broken up by Sidu. Ipa over the top of Yuri and over the top of Dark. So this was a nice sweaty match. I wanted to check it out. I felt like there were a couple nice games, and you know, got to keep everybody on their toes. Dark actually didn't end up winning this one, despite having 1,425 score, 9 saves, 3 goals, 9 shots, not a single shot for his teammate Yuri on 272 points. But Dark was just barely not able to do it. And that's why, honestly, I didn't know how much score Yuri got just watching the game. I was a little bit surprised that Dark ended up throwing that pass to Yuri, because it did seem like Dark was having to do just about everything, and you know, the scoreline would say so as well. But a nice couple sweaty games from Dark. Always fun to see him playing his best Rocket League, and not always does that translate to a win.